Howdy, 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 all you cool cats and kittens. Welcome back to a completely new game that you're not coming back to. This is the first time that you're seeing it. But it's extra beautiful, and I've heard it might even make me feel things, which I highly
That's
doubt. But
that's the word on the street. Uh, Megan in the chat is already there. How did you get to the chat before we did? Is this some superpower for avid Twitch users? She says, "Get good."
fair.
We will try. We will try. So I'm so excited to share this game with you all. It's beautiful. It's an experience. Jared and I were playing it. We played just like the first 40 minutes last week to make sure that it was going to be good to stream. And it's, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a little bit psychological horror-y, but also parodying itself at the same time. It's a very self-aware game. If you think that it's over the top or like too dramatic that you don't like it, just know that it knows that. And I think it's a game where the first 5 hours feel really dark and gloomy, and then it kind of consistently improves after that. So sorry if that's a spoiler, but it's a really cool game.
I was having a lot of laughs in the first. We played about 20 minutes of it just to get my character created and stuff, and I found it extremely entertaining in a humorous way. And I mean, if this cover art isn't enough to communicate the message, it is very artistic as well.
Megan in the chat wants to know if Jared got a buzz cut.
Yeah, I got home from work today and my hair was so long it was like curling back on itself and getting everywhere and it's being extremely annoying, and I said tonight is the night, and I went and got out my buzz cut, I don't even know what they call it, clippers, and shaved my head, and then said, hey Molly, can you touch up my neck, because that's the one thing I can't do. And immediately felt so much better. So yeah.
It's like Pedro in Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, exactly, except without the fever yet.
Did you take a bath with some candles?
I took a shower and there were no candles, but I should have probably lit some candles. Maybe that would have helped me relax more.
Maybe. All right, well, I think we're good. Should we jump into this?
All right. Let me know or put it up in the chat so Berkeley can let me know if the volume's good for the dialogue and the music and whatnot. It's kind of tough to get everything set right for my ears versus yours. So if you can't hear something or it's too loud, say something so we can fix it for you. Don't suffer in silence.
I'm hearing it's a little high right now.
Okay. I can work on that. And you can watch me work on it. Look at this. We're on a journey together.
Maybe leave the voiceover volume where it's at and just turn all the other ones down.
Okay.
I think that'll give it good. Control Alt and Delete wants to know what the difference between Boogie Wonderland and Disco Elysium are. They are opposite ends of the happiness spectrum, I would say. One is transcendently great, and the other is Disco Elysium.
In the bottom left corner, you can see a real life depiction of how I feel every day after work.
That man has never been to Boogie Wonderland.
I am still missing a shoe, by the way. I have most of my clothes, but no shoe. Also, did somebody stick a sign on my back? Can you guys see that? What's going on with that?
I don't remember what's up with that. It might just be a patch. Just for context, I've played through this whole game about a year ago, and Jared has not played it yet. So I'm just gonna be, I don't know, co-piloting, trying to stay unobtrusive.
This guy has the same patch in the same spot. I think it might be something about this society. Let's see what he has to say.
A bespectacled man
Obama says, "Kick me."
bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You.
Ooh, okay. So a lot of this is my own dialogue to myself, just to clarify who's talking here. I am describing to myself this guy, Kim Kitsuragi.
As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Wow, that's heavy. You guys able to hear all that?
Susie Moo says if that's how you feel after work, you maybe need a new job. Easier said than done, though. But Barmer says disco inmate number. It's a good guess. And
Yeah.
sounds like the audio's good.
Okay. That guy with the orange color of jacket, I initially thought he's got his hands like behind his back as a posture thing. I thought he was like cuffed, but I guess not. All right, do we want to find out who he is to me or just go straight for the handshake? My heart's telling me handshake. That's what I would do, reflexively.
Got a vote for 1 from the chat.
1. Okay. All right.
He is your half-brother.
It's my half-brother.
Whoa.
Now we gotta shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
Okay, so did I lie to myself? Because that's not the introduction of a half-brother. Maybe he doesn't know that I'm his half-brother.
He's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
All right. Well, we gotta try to make up a name. Berkeley, can you explain what is happening with the odds and the successes, etc.?
Yeah, so in this game, there will often be dialogue options that you can just pick, and then sometimes there are dialogue options and other decisions that you have to roll for. So you've got modifiers for all these things like conceptualization and encyclopedia and all these like intelligent skills, like all things to do with your psyche. So you've got modifiers for each of those. It rolls 2d6 and adds them together and adds your modifier. So you can see here that you've got a 58% chance of hitting an 11, which means you must have a really good modifier for conceptualization.
All right, let's try it.
Raphael
No.
Cousteau.
Control Alt and Delete says, "Hey Dungeon Master Berkeley, can I roll for name?" Yes, please roll for name.
Raphael Ambergis Cousteau. Do we know if this is always different? Is this randomly generated, or was this like a preconceived outcome of failure?
I imagine since they had a voice actor record it, it was pre.
That's a really good point. It's not AI voice yet. Give it time. Okay, so now I have to react to myself. I can think it's cool. I can think it's very cool, but when I come off like a douche, if I call myself that, it's very, very cool, but maybe just a bit too ostentatious. Or just say my name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it.
Well,
Doesn't even process.
All right.
it looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
About what
What
exactly?
he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
Well, he seemed to know that I was a police guy, but I don't know if I think that I'm the manager.
Well, you talked to the manager, I think, last time we played. No,
The
no,
dude
you
behind the
didn't.
bar?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also
There's a
wouldn't hurt to
crime?
assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Control and delete says it's because your shirt says police.
On the back. Maybe.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
How much do I want to let on that I have no idea what he's talking about?
You gotta decide that for yourself.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna play it straight
So,
then.
the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Understandable.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be so sure I'm from the police, but I can't remember anything? What were we supposed to do again? Or let's go then. Number 3.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you
Alright.
need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
Okay.
After you, officer.
This guy's surprisingly understanding.
If you're
Tim's
about
great,
to
he's a
embark
homie.
on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
Okay, do I admit or do I pretend that I found it? I'm gonna pretend.
Oh, if you didn't have your badge, then that would be very bad. You would need to report it on my shortwave. But since you do have it, we can go straight to the task at hand.
Alright, well, let's see if I can sneak out to his
Lieutenant
car.
Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Thanks, tutorial agent. Let's go use the
Control
car to
and delete.
report.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna go report my badge missing. Hopefully.
Nice. Control Alt and Delete says the guy was probably just decided to sleep in the tree for a week. We'll probably be seeing this guy soon.
And he'll be completely
Pretty.
fine.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57.
That's a huge engine for a 2-seater car with janky wheels.
Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
All right. The options are: come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. Come in, Delta 10. This is Firewalker. Copy. Or, hi, Alice. This is the officer from the 41st Precinct speaking to you. Nice to meet you. We gotta go with Firewalker.
Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
All right, we gotta report
Just
the
a second,
badge
officer.
missing. An old man greets me with a rattly voice.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing
Take
to
your
me.
message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge
But you
missing.
said... never mind.
Poor Kim. Poor Kim. Realizing he's
Nice
been lied to.
message, over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Thanks, Jules.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
This is Communication Officer Jules Pidieux, sir. Over.
No, the other
You
one.
mean your partner? Over.
What is he saying?
Oh no.
He's asking who you are.
I'm his goddamn partner.
It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vitmar, sir. Over.
Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge?
The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience.
Who lost his badge?
Aw, come on.
Dick
The whole
fucking
office
Mullen.
is gonna
Who
know.
do you think? It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Oh man.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Alright, Berkeley, what's your advice here? Stand up for myself or move forward?
Usually when it gives you, well, I shouldn't say that. When it gives you advice like that, it's good advice like 70% of the time. So you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go with number 2.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh god damn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vicmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Poor Jules. I can hear him. You don't have to repeat everything he
Mullen
says.
dicked us.
He's asking you to stop, says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vicmar concurs, losing your badge is serious. Over.
Alright. That was a
That's
no-win
serious,
situation.
officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Copy lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him.
They're working so hard to not say her name.
If he's lost his gun, too.
They really are. And the answer is yes, I have lost my gun.
If you lost your gun
This
too.
is so
Over.
disappointing.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
Why is my necktie talking to me? I feel... What?
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Okay. Well, I think we gotta try at least to put on a brave face.
Hmm.
Let's convince him we didn't lose it. Can we do it?
Even before you can get the words out,
No, we
everything gets
can't.
scrambled in your brain.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
I don't know, Berkeley. I have no idea. Are any
This
of
is
these
one-
good?
I think one is good. Wait. No, one's not good, is it? I would just cut to the chase and do 4.
I'm gonna ask him.
It's
I just
a
gotta
single
see if he can
shooting
save me.
An armistice, to be precise.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Says it's a kill 9mm armistice.
Armistice? What, is he a fucking... Clearly he doesn't have his Villiers anymore. Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my. This isn't really a laughing matter.
All right.
He faced a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
I'm not going to.
All right, guys. I get it. It's fine. All right.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession.
The silence is
Yeah,
almost
we're
after
that was
flick off the switch.
we're
Severing
good.
the connection.
That did not go well. I guess the important thing is that you followed protocol and reported your lost items.
Thanks, Kim.
Did we need
Always a
anything
silver
else?
lining.
There's a toolbox in here. Hmm.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Not for long.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work.
All right. We get pry bar, chain cutters, or flashlight, or just put it away. I'm gonna go with
The
pry
pry
bar.
bar feels
That
nice and
seems
cold in
useful.
your hand, heavier than you'd think. The handles are long and sleek.
Oh, I can take them
Snap,
all.
snap, though the cutters in your hand is robust, weatherproof,
All right.
and well made. Police issue, blue.
All right. We got all those
Lets you
items
see
now.
Things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out
Thanks,
toolbox
perception.
slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook.
All right. Well, I did my duty to report my badge missing. Now let's go deal with the corpse.
Okay. Little content warning. This scene's a little intense.
There is a boy throwing rocks at the corpse. Maybe.
Kuno's got this.
Yep.
Also, before you talk to Kuno too much, he uses some homophobic slurs that get bleeped out. I wouldn't say that they're the views of the game creators, and certainly not our views. Just Kuno's a vulgar little kid.
You have been
If
warned.
there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness, like a gremlin.
I guess the
Severo?
narrator starts it, huh? Severo.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave him alone. Have fun throwing rocks at this dead
The
person.
corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
So he really has been up here a minute.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Endurance legendary. 3% chance. Let's do it. Let go of your nose
The
without
smell
throwing
is
out. Okay, we
repulsive.
failed.
It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected, more fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
Let it out. There we go. Good. Get the alcohol out of your system, buddy.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it.
Megan in the chat says, Jared, why would you do this to me? This is so gross. It was a DC 14. Didn't have much choice.
The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't...
He points to the greenhouse.
There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
So there's two types of checks. There's red ones that once you fail it, it's failed. And then there's the white ones that you can go find new equipment or you can level up your skills and that lets you do them again. So those are like the plot critical ones usually. Megan says you could have just not picked that one. Yeah.
Yeah, but could I really? You know? In one sense, I very much could choose not to, but in another sense, in the more real sense. Come on, Kuno. Don't be like that. This kid's the worst. How do I get into the greenhouse?
I think if you want to go like right as far as you can. Benjamin says, can confirm Berkeley's good at giving a content warning. First-hand experience on that one.
Inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Eternite.
I was playing Baldur's Gate with Benjamin last night and walked him right into a spicy scene on accident. Not on accident.
Because it's nice and
It
orderly.
was not on accident. I apologize.
Easy on the eyes. No, there's more to this. You get this strange feeling. Hard to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an
It's
old
obviously
shack.
a door. Come on. All right. What else do we have here? Can we go through this? Doesn't seem so. Maybe we have to take a lift up. Berkeley, can you remind me how to use these things with the green dots? I just hover
like
over
that.
them? Okay.
Yeah, I think you have to click on them.
Okay. Alright, well... I'm not smart enough to realize that this is a door. Or at least I think it's a door. Maybe it's not. So... I
They mentioned
can't...
the gardener in front of the bar. You should
okay.
take all that stuff.
Magnesium and some money. Alright. Oh, we use reals.
Is that a real
Interesting.
currency?
Yeah. I think it's like Brazilian? Question mark?
Oh,
Chad,
weird.
if you've been to Brazil, is that right?
Yeah, this whole setting is
RCM
fictional.
Martinez.
It's got
What
it's got
can
lots
I
of cool
help you
elements
with?
of lots of real cultures.
Of course. What can I help you with? Sure. I'm done with
Do you
it.
have ammonia?
Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. Of course. Where to?
Where am
What do
I?
you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Huh.
No
Alright.
problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Why not?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Thanks, Gardner. You're a real one. Alright.
I love how many of the options just focus on style, like musical style or dress style or just swagger in general. Guy's so confident sometimes.
Yeah.
I think the best way to describe this game is it's a detective RPG where you are insane, and that's just most of the mechanics.
There he still is, looking right through you with his
Okay.
white eyes.
Now I have
The
an
body below
8%
is
chance.
entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. The ammonia only makes it worse.
Nope.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much.
I didn't manage the
Little
first
bubbles
time
of
either.
Your cheeks are wet with tears.
Megan says, Jared,
Alright. That ammonia didn't help at all. I don't think I want to be a cop anymore or spit and say nothing. Well, we're all thinking it. Number 2.
Get a hold of yourself.
Thanks, Kim.
The weight is reassuring, like a crenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
Okay. Number 1 is a valid question, but number 2 is... and number 3 are both too good. Okay. Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. All right, we'll
I've
go with
seen
number one.
captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, baguette.
Oh, you're really not selling the let's keep being cops thing, Kim.
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Yeah,
I think I've
no
lost my sense of
thanks.
smell. Not being hungover helps too. Okay, you've said it. You needed to say it. And now that you have,
He withdraws his hand from your back and looks you in the
you
eye.
need to get your shit together. We should
Okay.
go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
You've gained a thought. When this dialogue is over, go to your thought cabinet and internalize it with special bonuses and effects.
Very cool tutorial agent, thank you.
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
All right. What about the rickety ladder? It's still climbable. Probably not by me. What's your name?
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Yep, I'm good. Not.
Not engaging.
What about that? A dumpster? Potentially? Letter R wears a crown. On the ribbon below, a light above descending.
Did you try pushing tab or whatever the button is to like show what's interactable?
Ah! Very good.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container?
The body is
You're just a
downwind
trash
from here.
container.
Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Yes, I feel like there's something in
What
there.
do you mean, feel?
It's extrasensory perception. Whatever is in there holds a special significance. Or it's just a hunch. Maybe someone threw something in there. Number 2 for sure.
I agree.
Oh, I clicked number
We
1
should
by
get someone
accident.
from the
Good
remote
times.
viewers division here.
Okay, Kim. You don't have to rub it in, man.
He's being sarcastic. Do not ask what the remote viewers division is.
Oh. It might also be evidence. The mob could have disposed of something in there. We should get it open. We could try using a pry bar. The one you took from my motor carriage, or... Or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Alright. Let's try to break the lid. Another legendary check.
No matter how strong
Failure,
you
yet
are,
again.
this is really not something you should be attempting to do with your bare hands.
Oh, I think you need to equip the crowbar.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Tools. Crowbar. Put it in my left hand. And
This trash container is locked.
attempt it.
Force time isn't happening.
Failed
Just the
again.
primer under the lid, but it just isn't bending.
Okay, well, we're gonna hang
Creaking
from it.
sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing. Clearly the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
All right, well, we gotta kick it. That's right. You suck, container.
Unsatisfying. You hear a ringing sound, but not quite hollow. The can seems to be full.
All right. Well, I accept
Let's ask the
defeat.
manager for the key. This is clearly not working.
Yeah, thanks, Kim.
If you're in an English class, what would Kim represent? Mick says, what's the definition of insanity again?
My current behavior.
Trying
Attempting...
something without a crowbar and then trying it with a crowbar.
Oh, where's the door? Is the door up here?
It's on the other side.
Oh, there it is. Okay. You asked what does Kim represent, and I have not taken an English class in so many years that I don't remember. He's not a foil. He's something else, and the only thing I can think of is foil.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. Oh my goodness. I'm currently in between names.
Fantastic.
Talking about my name like it's a job. It looks like when you've left your band, you haven't decided on a solo artist name yet.
That's wonderful, really. I think so. But there's a dead body out back. No one wants to work in these conditions. It's been a week.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the man fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
I don't know about that, Garte. That seems like you might be inflating your importance
But
there.
you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I hate to break it to you, buddy, but you're currently working here right now.
I didn't imply that. Detective.
Who, me?
Yes, Detective Cousteau. I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean, do I have questions? Yep,
Yes,
let's do
He
it.
means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Are you
No,
the bartender?
I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
Okay.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This is clearly a touchy subject for him.
What's the difference? Or you look like a bartender? I'm gonna go with you look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it.
Does 3 equate to many in your mind? I don't think so.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. She went away because none of your business.
Have they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
Why would I appreciate that?
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I am a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with something. I don't know. I just went for it. Or you're right. I probably shouldn't have asked. I feel like number 4 is in line with the character we've been portraying so far.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Not interested in introspection.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
Oh, that's tough because I have
No one is saying
20
the
cents.
multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
Alright. Play the idiot. Try to bluff our way out of it, or try to slip away unnoticed. Do you have any thoughts, Berkeley?
I feel like trying to slip away could go poorly.
Yeah. My
15%
buddy
not a lot of percent.
Kim would probably have to arrest me.
Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
the IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
By real, do you mean some form of street cred?
You don't owe me street cred. You owe me money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
Who does that clown think he is? Arrest him!
Part of me is tempted to try to arrest him, but I can't do that.
No one is saying that! No one is saying that Ty can talk! That would be ludicrous! It's just that you should arrest him! It would be wiser! He wants to take your money!
Alright, Necktie, I've had enough.
Somehow, the knot is stuck, so you can't get it off. The lieutenant watches you struggle with it, the sweat dripping from your brow. He puts his hand on your shoulder.
Berkeley, question time. Have you tried leaving the original room without the necktie?
I have not tried that.
Okay, if we die, that'll be my next big character choice.
If you don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages.
That's Cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
Meg says justice for Kim. My man deserves so much better. It's
True.
true. He's like stern with you when he needs to be and patient with
Another
you.
thing you've annihilated
that's
is
helpful.
half the bar.
Good.
You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
Okay, sorry I cut you off, Berkeley. I didn't equate the idea of clicking the thing that it would cause dialogue to start playing.
No worries.
Agree. Kim definitely deserves better. He's been a great partner so far. Much better than my real partner in the game. Not in real life. In the
worried
game.
for a second.
No.
Kim is gentle parenting this amnesiac. Yep.
What
Can
exactly?
you scroll down at all? I feel like there should be one more option of like, okay. Nope, no more options.
I can't arrest them, so I'm just gonna have to explore every option. Actually, I might be. Or since I woke up, I have trouble remembering. We're gonna go with that.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
Come on, Kim.
I'm
No.
sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. Officer, you really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Alright, Kim. I'm so sorry. Also, we didn't get the key.
Blue dot.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. You don't really know, do you? A vague, blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
Hobocop.
Hobocop.
You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay, I have some thoughts. Berkeley, can you explain the concept of these thoughts?
Yeah, they're... So it's when, like... You've seen them trigger. It's when things in the world kind of remind you of the things that you've forgotten. If you click internalize, then you can think about it for a while. So this one says research time 6 hours. After thinking about it for a while, it'll give you some buff. So this one says +1 to encyclopedia, which was one of your like 16 skills.
And is that permanent?
Until you swap it out with another one, yeah.
Okay. So you can only internalize one thought at a time.
Yeah. Eventually you can do more. Actually, you might be able to start with 3. Because I'm seeing 3 diamonds in the middle.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Maybe 6? Hard to say. Meg says if you like this, you would love Baldur's Gate 3 Dirge. So that's Dark Urge. That's a game mode in Baldur's Gate where you're fighting insanity the whole time.
All right. That's one internalize. Now we're gonna do lonesome long way home. Internalize.
Nice.
Great. We'll let that cook.
Oh, no,
Okay,
got
can't
another
go
blue
through the
one.
door. Is this keys? It's a health thing. Berkeley,
Oh,
if I
take
take
it.
this, is that stealing?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take everything in the game.
Okay. Mess hall reserved for union members. Doors open at 1600. Royal pinball machine is unplugged. It has a beautiful wig on it, though. And
Hello,
we have
sweetie.
Lena, cryptozoologist's wife. Does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
No, you're lying to me,
Love Lena.
Lena.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Megan says, "Is the handsome man in the room with us?"
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kim.
It is Kim.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? No. We're going to recruit Lena.
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers. Is serial killers a copyrighted thing? Is that why they say sequence killers?
I don't know. I haven't heard sequence killers outside of this context.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
Yeah, but Kim's too good for me. Let's be real here, Lena.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. I can assure you, with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
True or false, Berkeley? True or false?
True, as far as I know.
True. All right. All right.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
That's too sad, Lena.
Perhaps another time. Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad. You know where we are, right?
Berkeley, did you whisper something to me that I ignored?
Oh, just that you could ask her for money if you wanted to.
Does she actually give it to you?
I can't remember, but it's definitely not bad.
Okay. We're dead, haunting each other. We're ghosts.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
Ooh. Spring of 51. Sure, it's the year 973. All I know is we're here approaching the end times, or it's a bad year in my late 40s or 50s. I don't even know how old I am.
There. The year is 51, and spring has only just started. I'm sure there are better days ahead.
The lieutenant studies you, rubbing his chin. I'm beginning to suspect that you might indeed be completely adrift in this reality, thinks the lieutenant. How can it be that bad? Never mind. We're in this now.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
All of these options are too crazy. But I'm gonna go with number 6. Yeah, okay, so number 1, basic vanilla democracy. Number 2, dictatorship of the proletariat. Except not. Number 3, horse warrior? Maybe Mongols? Reference there. AI free market hustle grind set. Radio conspiracy theory world where our true masters are foreigners and women. Or cop. We're living under the cop regime. And that's the choice I'm going with.
We are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol.
Wait, we're a city and a country?
Revachol is the country, I think. Oh no, she said it was the most beautiful city in the world, huh?
I don't know. Maybe she was referencing the name. I've forgotten the name of it, but
damn it! I was really hoping it would be a cop world. Okay, well, let's see.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just go with vanilla democracy.
Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
So it was the computers one?
Meaning, buying is voting.
Ooh. If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago. Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
Kim, Kim knows everything.
I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Oh, come on, Kim. You're doing great, buddy.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
All right. Well, finally, let's ask for
I heard
money.
your conversation with the manager about your financial troubles. When do you get your next paycheck?
I don't
If she
know.
could, this woman would feed and clothe you and every other sad, lost person on this earth.
I have a good chance of succeeding, but I feel like that would be unethical. So, I'm gonna go with number one.
Although our pay does sometimes feel like a joke.
It's not easy to assert your right to a decent living wage when you don't have a strong union behind you. Maybe you should talk to Everard, the union leader.
Meg says, oh, unlike any of the other choices you've made about the unethical heartstring pulling.
I mean,
No, I'm so sorry.
what have I done
have
so
money
far
for
that's
you. If
unethical?
there's anything else I can do for you, just ask. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Thanks, Lena. I think taking the tools is the most unethical thing I've done so far.
I think making our viewers watch you throw up repeatedly.
Oh, well.
We're a little over our usual time. How are you doing?
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Let me give one more try at handling the body stench, and then we'll end it there.
Okay. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to since you don't have any new equipment or stats, but you can give it a shot since
There
Meg
he
says
still
bye,
is,
I'm leaving.
looking right through you.
If you
With his
hover over the
white
locked
eyes,
option, does it
the
tell you
body
why?
below is entirely dedicated to
Put
the
skill points
cold
into
smell.
endurance to open this
Written it
white
is
check.
all it does now.
Okay. So I'm not going to be able to do that for a while. Well, there you have it. Disco Elysium. A very small corner of Disco Elysium. But there is so much to learn and do and see even in this little rundown corner of Whirling in Rag. Plural. Rags.
Yeah, before we close out, how are we feeling, chat? Do we want to come back to this one? I think if we do come back to it, we'll probably do a little offline and a little online and bounce back and forth so that you can get through the story faster.
Yeah.
A little time travel trick. Meg says a bit of a miss for me, but as long as you guys have fun. I had fun. Susie Moose says time travel is fun. Okay, well, if anyone else has thoughts, let us know on Discord or Instagram. Feel free to DM us or just post on our server and let us know if you want to see it again.
That's right. And we'll put some time into it and hopefully come back with less vomiting. We'll see.
For sure we will. All right. Thanks, everyone. Follow us on Instagram. Join our Discord server. Follow us on YouTube and Twitch. All those things are linked in our link tree, which is in the About section of our Twitch profile or the description of this video if you're watching on YouTube.
That's right. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.